first. It's icebreaker.
Yes.
Nina Steiner is going to be doing her icebreaker today. And Nina is a transplant from New York City, happily living in Los Angeles. She's enjoying the journey of her life, looking for love. She's ready to give out her phone number to anyone who knows a great guy. One prerequisite is that he must be breathing. Put your hands together.
You know what? I don't remember.
Good morning, Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. When I found out the icebreaker was supposed to be about me, I was so relieved. Who doesn't like talking about themselves, right?
Right.
I grew up in New Bedford, Massachusetts. That's about 50 miles south of Boston, and the gateway to Cape Cod. Oh, how I love the visits to Nantucket, Martha's Vineyard, and Hyannisport. You know, Kennedy was there. And my parents had clothing boutiques and were always working. When they weren't working, they were arguing about the business. One Friday night, my brother and I had to make dinner for ourselves. We were watching our favorite TV shows. All we had in the refrigerator was a head of lettuce and Russian dressing. It wasn't that my parents couldn't afford to stock the refrigerator. They were too busy arguing about working. When it wasn't, it helped me figure out solutions for myself later on in life. I was brought up Jewish. I went to Hebrew school. But the city I lived in, New Bedford, was like 90% Portuguese. So I grew up on linguiça, kale soup, and the other thing was fish Fridays. Oh, that was fantastic. We had fish Fridays, steamers. This was the best. So most of the people that came to New Bedford to live there were from the Cape Verdean Islands. Thus, the Portuguese language was prevalent. And one of my biggest regrets was not learning Portuguese. My mother used to whisper in my brother's and my ear, "Go to New York. It's the only place for culture. Look, you'll meet intellectual people. That's the place to be." So off I went. I used to talk like this. I pack my car and have a yard. And in college, my classmates said, "You know, Steiner, you got to ship up or shape out." So I shipped out. I shipped out to New York City, and I tried acting for a few years, but I realized I was going to make a living behind the camera. New York was very good to me. I worked on SNL. I worked with Dick Cavett. I worked with Pavarotti, just to name a few of the TV shows that I worked on. And I worked in production both in New York and LA. And now I'm a commercial real estate broker. So thank you. Finding the perfect office space for a variety of tenants. So I still feel like I'm in the game because a lot of my clients are the entertainment biz. And I embrace technology so I can keep up with all the millennials. It's a privilege helping production find their office space. Recently worked with the writers of The Handmaid's Tale, Sony Television, and Netflix. And I'm available if any of you need anything. Just saying. I've been meditating every day for the last 3 years, which helps to keep me sane, not bouncing off the walls. And I read a lot of self-help books. I have a grateful list that I try to do on a very daily basis. So it's really important for me to have a positive mindset, especially in the business that I'm in, because it's totally performance-based. So you got to get up in the morning and got to say, today's the day. Something's going to happen. So in conclusion, my life is really great. It's nice being single, but I'd really like a relationship with a great guy. How many people are transplants from another city here? Okay.
Wow.
You're really cute. I bet you know somebody, I bet you have a relative or, you know, a single dad or something like that. Remember I said I was ready to give up my number? I mean, who wouldn't want this? Why should anybody be deprived of it? It's just too good. And it's a service to humanity.
Yeah.
Thank you.